Battlefield 5 is a good game. Shut your pie hole. Let's talk. PlayStation. Haha. Nihongo ga skoshi wakarimasu. I'm flexing on you, baby. Come on. Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Genis Gamer. That's right, you read the title. Now, I know a bunch of you out there just got triggered, right? But I read on the internet and microtransactions and EA and shut up. Please, just right now, just be quiet for a second, right? Let me give you another perspective, right? You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And there's many ways you can take the release of another video game. They could be great, they could be bad, they could be mediocre, what have you. With the Battlefield series is, here you have the biggest protest came from a lot of people that were a fan of the series and didn't like it taking another direction that they didn't like. Forget about the controversy politically or whatever. Let's just talk about the game, because that's what we talk about here. We don't talk about any of that drama. So specifically talking about the game, you know, they didn't go in a direction that their fan base appreciated, right? The majority of the fan base appreciated. And that's understandable. But if you relate it sort of like, say, the music business, right? Does let's say, think about your favorite band. Does your favorite band have that every record they make was amazing? Very few bands we can say that about, right? Usually it didn't last that long. The bands that last a long time, they have one or two albums that are, maybe a couple of songs you didn't like, because they changed direction, right? They went outside their norm. They tried to explore different things. And if we look at video games in that manner, sometimes it happens. Sometimes, as they say, they screw the pooch, right? Trying to do something good, trying to make a little bit more money. They alienate their fan base sometimes, right? And this is what happened to Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5. Now, does that make it a bad game? Well, let me preface this. For $60, if I was that loyal fan, for me, I would be upset, right? It wouldn't make it a bad game per se, but it wouldn't be what I was expecting. It wouldn't be what I was hoping for, and it certainly wouldn't be what I would be looking forward to being a fan of the series, right? But now looking back in time, right? Now time has blown over. We have all these months to put everything into perspective, right? And we get to play the game. Now, is it a good game for everybody? No. And remember, I just said it was a good game. I didn't say it was a great game. What in my point of view makes the game good, right? As opposed to terrible or demonic, like everybody was saying when they were first, just skewering this game, right? Number one, right? This is the most important reason why this game is good now, as opposed to before. And number one is the price. You can buy this game now for $23.99, and a lot of the content has been updated, and some of the issues have been fixed. Not all of them, right? Not all of them. But the way I gauge a game, right? way I gauge a game is, do I get an hour of enjoyment at least per every dollar that I played? And I take that back to the arcade days, right? You know, if I was relatively good at a game with $1, I could play for an hour, right? You know, sometimes even less money than that, but on average, you know, if I was playing several games or what have you, you know, every hour of entertainment would be at least $1. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average, it'd be about $1. So that's the way I rate my games. Now, first of all, let me say, I don't care what any of you think. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying it in the fact that games are subjective. You know, the experience that I have with a game is not going to be the same as yours. Now, I'm talking specifically for me, but I'm trying to give you a different perspective, because everything you hear on the internet nowadays is negative. Everything is just drama-filled and BS, and sometimes we can't get to the essence of the story, and maybe you're missing on some value. You know, somebody that gave you this game for free, would you be upset? No, right? And if you get a coupon for 2 for 1 and you don't know what else to get, you know, it would be a decent choice. Now, let me tell you the positives that I found about the game, right? Number 1, story mode. Story mode is decent. I'm not going to say it's the greatest gameplay ever, but you know what? The production value is there. Voice acting is right on point. The storyline is fairly decent, and the combat is great. I mean, for a person of my skill, right? For a person of my skill. Now, you might be an expert sharpshooter out there, you know, expert online gamer. I'm not, right? As a matter of fact, I hate online gaming, even though I did try it for this game, you know, because I got comfortable enough with the single player campaign that I thought, you know, I'm gonna delve a little into the online play. I'm terrible at it, guys. I'm terrible at it. Regardless, at the price of $23.99, which you can get this game for now, and even less if you get it on 2 for 1 deal, you know, it's not bad. It's not amazing, but are you going to get your money's worth of entertainment out of this game? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think the adjustment that we have to make, that we haven't made before, especially as older gamers, right? As older gamers, we thought a game would be complete when it came out, and you see this criticism now, right, from retro gamers saying, I used to buy my games complete and they were done. For the most part, that was true, but we also bought a lot of crappy games that were not programmed in the best way. You know, we tend to romanticize the past, but there was quite a few titles, you can look them up there, that weren't completely good. Now, what's the good thing about today's gaming? The great thing about today's gaming is a game can change, right? You can add content to a game, something that you couldn't do before, right? Before, when we had carts, that was it. You had to wait another 6 months, another year, 2 years for another release of the same series. Now you can own a game and have several updates, you know. Super Smash Brothers is a perfect example, man. The only reason I bought that game wasn't even for the content it had at the time. I was looking forward to the Joker release, which just happened this week, right? So the game got even better, and let me tell you, that game is worth every cent that you pay for it if you're into those type of games. Again, it's subjective. What you think about a game is different than what I think about a game. As a collective, we may agree, but the experience is going to be unique. So, for me, right, maybe for a gamer of my generation, paying $20 for something like this in a game is not bad. It's not a bad deal. Again, when I say the game is a good game, a lot of people that hear it or just have a negative opinion on anything that has to do with Electronic Arts or any of these studios, they just hear terrible, right? And especially in today's internet culture. But you know what? For 20 some odd dollars, it is not a bad game. It is not a bad game. And you shouldn't let, you know, other people deprive you of an experience. You know, now if you bought the game for $23 or whatever, and you think it's garbage, you have every right to think and do so. That's fine. but you're judging it on something that you own. How many of these guys that, talk smack about Battlefield 5 actually own the game? They don't. They're just talk smack about it, right, online, and yada yada, this and that and the other, and microtransactions. Okay, well, do you own the game? Oh no, I would never buy it because, well, then shut up. Shut your pie hole. You're just talking smack. You can criticize it if you own it. You should be able to more than skewer it. If you paid the $60 and you were unhappy with the content at launch, as a consumer, you have the absolute right to do all those things. But we also have the right to say positive things whenever positive things happen, right? And not demonize every single title that comes out there. I think that Battlefield 5, at the current price, with the current content, is a decent value. It's a good game, period. Now, if you hate the studio, if you have a bias or whatever, then you're not being objective. Objectively, I don't care whether this series goes on or doesn't. There's enough games for me to play through the rest of my lifetime, and I'll be happy. But every game should be judged fairly, number one. Number two is, don't be so negative that you deprive other people of enjoying a game that maybe you don't even own and you're only talking smack about. The story mode alone has provided hours of entertainment for me, and I'm starting to play the Battle Royale mode, which, for me, for a low skilled player, is okay. But I can tell you right now, I'm enjoying way more the campaign mode, and that's what I'm going to focus on. Is it worth it for the price of admission? Absolutely. Absolutely. As of today, as of right now, at $23, $25, Battlefield 5, solid 7.5. That is my score. If you don't believe me, hey, go out and try it yourself. But if you haven't tried it, if you don't own it, then stop the yapping. All right, humans, that's my rant for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. Hey, I'm having a giveaway pretty soon. A giveaway, a real one that you can win. Like I always tell you, don't be afraid to be happy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.